website, when she's in contact with them, it just pretty much they tell her they can't give her any information and to just be patient.
Guys, I want you to take a listen to our Cut 40, our friend Nikki Hauser.
We came to ensure that there is enough people putting pressure on the entire system to do what is necessary to get justice for this young woman.
Among the mourners this weekend, activist Tamika Mallory, who spoke during the service and promised to get answers in Shanquella's case.
Losing a loved one in the heinous way in which has happened to Shanquella, there probably will never be peace for them, but there cannot just be an unopened situation. It has to be closed with truth, and it has to be that there is accountability for those who are responsible for her death.
Joe Bruno joining me from WSOC TV. Joe, trust me, I don't want to kill the messenger. That would be you. But explain to me why Mrs. Robinson, this is Shanquella's mother, has to have vigils and she has to have activists and protests to put her daughter's killers.
Are you a victim?
Put her daughter's killers on trial. What is, I don't understand that. I know you said you had to go looking for them and you're the investigative reporter. They've deactivated their social media, they've changed their cell phones, and they're hiding out from their apartments. Okay, I have faced that maybe 1,000 times prosecuting a case. Of course they leave because they know they're in trouble. But that should not stop local police from finding them. What are you learning, Joe? Just give me some good news. Give me any news.
One of my door knocks to an address associated with the person believed to have attacked Shanquella in that video. While no one answered the door, I noticed a business card taped to the door for the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office investigator. Forsyth County would be the county that issues a warrant because that's the county that she resides in. But that tells me, at least, that there are local authorities actively attempting to get in contact with the people that were on this trip.
You mean arrest their sorry rear ends? I know you nicely said get in contact. Okay, Joe Bruno, that is giving me a little bit of good news. Quilla Long, did you hear that? This guy, Joe Bruno, WSOC TV, is out trailing, tracking, trying to find the people involved with your sister's homicide. And he could tell that at least in one instance, the cops had already been there. Local cops. That's what we need. Local cops finding them, getting them to court, because there are arrest warrants. We just need them extradited. What about that, Quilla?
That's a start. I mean, because before Joe Bruno information, I really didn't think they was doing anything, looking for anybody. I can't believe that it's taking this long.
And Dr. Bethany Marshall, psychoanalyst to the stars, joining us out of Beverly Hills. You can find her at drbethanymarshall.com, unless you want to watch her on Netflix on Bling Empire. Dr. Bethany, that's a sad how do you do that the dead girl's sister and mother have to find out from WSOC, Joe Bruno, no offense to you, Bruno, that the cops are trying to find these women. I mean, and the one guy. Why do they have to hear it here on Crime Stories?
You know, Nancy, obviously I've never worked for the DOJ, but when I heard there is a business card tacked to one of the perp's doors, it seems just so paltry and so small because you know these perpetrators, just like they videotaped everything, you know there's a web expanding outwards to their friends, their family, frantic calls, people they're trying to get in touch with to kind of cover up their tracks. So while I've never tracked somebody down, except for my own husband maybe, I've never tried to look for somebody, it seems like the track should be pretty clear. And, you know, when you've been a victim of a crime, the worst thing is ambiguity and the unknown. In the face of the unknown, I've said this so many times, we read our worst possible fears give the family something, give them a little drop of hope, a little tidbit, something that they can hold on to.
Well, another thing too, Irv Brandt joining me, Senior Inspector at U.S. Marshal Service International Investigations Branch, was Chief Inspector at DOJ, Department of Justice, International Affairs. It goes on and on. He was also at the U.S. Embassy in Kingston, Jamaica. This happened in Mexico near Cabo. Irv, there is a trail a mile wide. And I'll tell you, number one thing to do, get their credit cards, get their subpoena, easy, show up, don't wait for them to mail them. Find out where they're charging and where those bills are going, where they hang out. I mean, do they charge every single day at the soup shop on the corner? Then go there and sit there and wait and get them. I guarantee you, finding their new cell numbers, finding where they're spending money, what ATM do they go to get their cash? That's how you're going to find them, Irv.
That's correct, Nancy, and I'm sure once the warrants are issued, the federal warrants are issued, the FBI, the U.S. Marshal Service, the local authorities will do exactly what you're talking about.
They're issued, Irv. They're issued.
I'm not talking about the arrest warrant out of Mexico. You can't arrest someone on a foreign arrest warrant. They have to be arrested once the U.S. District Court issues the extradition warrant.